The delegate from Roanoke City, Delegate Rasoul.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise for a point of personal privilege.
Delegate has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If I would have known it was that easy to take a wager with the gentleman from Scott, we might have done that a long time ago about a variety of things. Today, Mr. Speaker, I rise to celebrate Women's History Month. You know, few forces warm the hearts of men as daughters do. My daughter learned to ride a bike last weekend. We had a lot of fun together. And some of those daughters shake history to its core. I'm literally surrounded on this floor by these such women who have shaken history and made parents proud, just as women did 100 years ago. One daughter was quite the rebellious rebel-rouser. She was the daughter of President Teddy Roosevelt, Alice Roosevelt. This daughter was quite a handful, but made her presence known. According to biographer James Bradley, the president sent Alice on a 4-month trip across Europe and Asia with diplomats and politicians, and she was able to lead this diplomatic mission and eventually win President Roosevelt a Nobel Peace Prize. Many men like myself may only appreciate the journey of a woman through the eyes of a daughter. My confession, Mr. Speaker, when I began running for office many years ago, I was anxious to fill my platform with many different issues, and I began to fill my platform with issues that were important to women. But now, as a father of 2 daughters, it's different. You see, Mr. Speaker, to my daughters, God is a woman. They just began to referring to God as a woman with female pronouns out of nowhere, and we've never actually had a conversation about it. My daughters will likely take issue, hopefully if we haven't fixed it by then, with the fact that our code is peppered with male-only pronouns. I want my daughters to dream, and I want them to dream big, not as a politician, but as a daddy. One of our daughters will likely be governor of this Commonwealth. Teddy Roosevelt, when asked about his rebellious daughter, once stated, "I can be president of the United States, or I can control Alice. I cannot possibly do both." I hope my wife is listening to this, Mr. Speaker. On behalf of all men who sometimes could be more appreciative, thank you to all of you daughters out there who are changing the world every day. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.